Welcome back to another video. I'm Purple Elf Gaming here, and today I'm playing some more Bloons Adventure Time Tower Defense. So today, as you can see, we are back in another Send in the Clones. This time I'm going to be doing Finn, in particular a Missile Finn build. So of course, the Missile, the most powerful, I don't really know what to call it, ad attack I guess. It's a really powerful trinket. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the Missile, essentially when you equip it to a character, there's a Missile attack that's pretty decently fast. You can pop all balloon types except lead and camo protection, unless the character has camo protection, at which point it will deal 1 damage, unless it's a monoplast balloon, in which case they decided, hey, you know what, this trinket kinda sucks, let's make it do 50 damage per hit, which with no attack speed is like 50 damage per second, which is absurd. But today, as you can see, we have a little bit of attack speed. As well as that, I also am going to be using 40 Sword. I could have gotten Finn Sword for a lot more attack speed, but the benefit of 40 Sword is basically any non-bad balloon entity is demolished off the field of existence pretty much instantaneously. Because as soon as every time a Finn with 40 Sword equipped hits a monoplast balloon, it's not a bad, there's a 5% chance it gets one-shotted, and if it's not one-shotted, it slows fairly significantly, so that's a pretty big deal. And unfortunately, I also had to waste trinkets on camo detection and lead popping power, because I don't believe he would have had them otherwise. Maybe lead. Leads we could potentially have gone away with, but camo detection definitely not, and the lead popping power it's better to have. And beyond that, I just have a lot of attack speed stuff, and then we have Future Crystal, because it's pretty darn cool as well. It's still definitely a powerful trinket. And with that, that's pretty much it, I guess. I think I did go over the half cash and wizard attacks, but that's not that big a deal. The map is Fire Trap, which is a pretty difficult map. So unfortunately that could cause some issues. Hopefully it won't. But it definitely is not an easy map to deal with or to work with, so we're gonna have to wait and see. But let's just get started. We should be able to just do this, I guess. Early game actually might be a bit challenging though, because we have, I don't know if we have any damage. I think Finn, this is actually a 1 damage Finn build, or I think like a 2 damage Finn build, because we have the hard upgrade. So it's not exactly strong. However, at this point, I'm instantly going to go to the army of Cobras, because we need money making. And as you can see, there happens to be quite a few missiles already. Absurd. We don't need a strong character. All we need is missiles. These haven't hit a single balloon. In fact, if you look at it, this isn't even both Finn's missiles. This is one Finn's missiles for the most part. That is crazy, man. Missile Finn, I don't know what it is about Finn that makes him work so well for them. Whether it's just that he's cheap, or it's fast attack speed, or who knows what. But it's so strong with him. Like, even against normal balloons, it works so well. Which is kind of nutty. There we go. Pick balloons, we actually have to attack a little bit. But this is still only 2 Finns. Each one of these only costs $300. Once I get my Cobra set up, we're going to be making, well, we're going to have a lot of them. Is really all I mean. There's going to be quite a few. Okay, do we have a 5th Cobra? I don't think so. I think it's just 4, unfortunately. Yeah, just 4 Cobras. So now, already, well, actually, we have a BMO. Do I care about the BMO? I'll care about the BMO this time. This time, because it's half cash, I think the BMO makes a bit of sense. I think we should still be okay with 2 Finns. It looks like they're doing a decent enough job for the time being. Though they definitely we'll definitely need more of them pretty darn soon. But once we max out BMO, that's really all we have left to buy. So, you know, oh right, especially since there's wizard power-ups, I'm definitely heavily relying on the missiles. Finn's range, actually his range is not bad with the green smoke now. I guess because a lot of the range boosts and trinkets and stuff still count. But there we go. Let us begin the Finn army. So we can do 1 here, and then we can do 1 here, and then we can't do any more. Wow, I thought we had way more money than this. I know it's half cash, but $300 is really cheap. I don't know, we'll do a couple all over the place just to make sure we're all okay, all set. His range is massive right now. I did not realize it was that large. That's kind of crazy. But there we go. This is quite a few Finns. 6 should be enough for the time being. I'm probably going to put 1 more in the center here, just as a last minute, precaution, I guess. At which point, I think I'll save up for a bit, and then we can place it on later. As you can see, they're not doing a bad job, but balloons really will be the bigger issue. Because I really didn't give much damage. As I said earlier, I think he actually has a base damage of 2, which is ridiculously low for this stage of the game, like for epic trinkets and all that stuff. But I mean, it doesn't work with the build. Missiles and 40 sword means you really don't need it. So hopefully that won't be an issue. Hard to know for sure, probably won't be. I am, out of curiosity, these missiles, are they even attacking? They are a little. Okay, so the damage is being spread out for the most part. Sort of. Maybe not. Yeah, no, honestly, just the missiles alone at this point could probably deal with all of these balloons pretty much instantaneously, but sure, why not? Doesn't mean we need them to. Oh, and BMO. Okay, so at this point we can have another 10 fins, so you know what? Let's start the train of the Fin Armada. So fin here, then a fin here, and then one more here. We really will probably end up filling roughly the entire map with fins. Because, again, so cheap, and why wouldn't you place an abundance of a very cheap tower? Because a very cheap tower that can do a lot of damage that you can place infinitely is about the most efficient thing in existence. Can I not fit one there? That kind of sucks. Too bad, waste of space there. But no, as you can see, you can fit quite a few fins, and even if they're not really in range, like even a fin that I place, let's say right here, that can't hit the track, his missiles still do damage, so he's still worthwhile as a fin. He's still useful to the cause of the fin. But yeah, no, Finn's really cool. He's a really awesome character. He is, he's one of the first characters I ever did with Sending Clones. I remember, because I gave him one of, like, I think it was like the holiday sweater, which is a special trinket for Finn that makes it so at the end of the round he generates $40. So I placed them, I'm like, oh, this is so cool. I placed them, and then I like immediately have enough money to just keep buying more of them, exponential income. Until I realized, wait a sec, why is my money have an X over it? That was the first time I realized the Martian games had a money cap. And at the same time, it was also, sorry, give me a second there. It's also the first time I really did, like, serious-ish Sending the Clones and made it pretty far. So that was pretty fun. That was a fun build. I didn't have nearly as good stuff, so I didn't have 40 sword. I didn't have missile, because I didn't know it was that great. It was really just focused along, hey, Finn's pretty cool. Can he do a lot of damage and stun the mobs with his kick? The main focus of my original run was, hey, flying kick. Finn can stun mobs infinitely, except no, he can't, because it's a really hard thing to do. Wait, I can actually fit fins here. Oh, come on, you spoiled me, Finn. You made me think I could fit multiple there. It doesn't look like it, though. Good. At what point can we place another one? Leave here. Okay, I'm gonna pause for a second. So as you can probably hear at this point, I'm doing this pretty early in the morning. I pretty much just woke up because, alas, I had a busy day and I want a video up for today. So that means recording it first thing in the morning. So I'm gonna pause for a second and clear my throat. Okay, so I am back here, hopefully. My throat sounds a little bit better, my voice sounds a little bit clearer, awakier, I guess. Cause yeah, unfortunately, as I'm sure most of you have the same thing, in the morning, you're not used to talking, and your throat is weird and annoying and sore, because it's like, wait a sec, I haven't talked in multiple hours. Talking hurts. At least that's my interpretation of how your throat reacts. But no, so it kind of does suck. It's a little annoying, but unfortunately, I ran out of time yesterday, so to get the video out today, I need to do this, which hopefully I won't have to do again. I don't like doing this for obvious reasons. I think the videos are often a little bit worse because my throat's a little bit off. But it's also obviously not a very fun process to wake up early to record a video. It's not nearly as fun. But you know what? That doesn't matter too much. It's still a lot of fun to be here. I still think this should be really cool. The early rounds for this are obviously kind of boring because it's just placing a ton of fins and having a bunch of missiles and all that stuff. Like, nothing really all that interesting happening. I can place them back here. This would have been a helpful thing to know when I first played this map. What the heck? Why can I place it behind here? Yeah, I never knew I could do that. Was there a spot here too? What the heck? Since when can you do this? This looks so weird. Finn is like phasing through Flame Princess. What is happening here? That was weird looking. Like, that is seriously weird looking. Okay, that's questionable. I see some weird stuff in this game sometime. Also, BMO, I know you're screaming at me. I have $22,000. This is what happens once I try to actually take my time placing fins. I spend way more time placing them than it actually costs, than generating the money to buy more of them. It's not exactly a good cycle. I can't place him on the lava, right? No. That would be kind of cool, just him having like a lava bath. Hey, if you didn't know, fun fact about this map. Kaboom! That startled any of you? I don't know. So yeah, you have a mini, like, 3-second, 1 damage, medium attack speed fire attack. Not exactly groundbreaking, but it's something. You forget to get lead popping power, or you don't have enough money for lead popping power. Haha, you have Flame Princess. And as you see, it comes back, I believe, like, every round or something. So yes, more fire explosions, except that time there were only 2 for some reason. I don't really know. Alas, I really do not know. What else am I going to say? I'm running out of things to say already, which is not a good sign. I'm sure I'll have more things to say once bad Bloons show up. It's more interesting than, how was your day going? It's always a fair question. Did you have a good day? Hopefully you did, or will, or whatever. If you have something fun planned today, that's awesome. I don't really, but that's not that big of a deal. I have plenty of things to do, just not necessarily anything all that fun planned. But hopefully you guys do. You have something cool going on. Okay, this is starting to lag. At least I think it is. I feel lag. I think that's because mobs are starting to show up, and now everything's getting one-shotted by 40 sword. And okay, this is weird. There's no lag, but I swear a second ago I just, like, was placing Finn, and I'm like, there was just lag. I felt it. I sensed it within the realm. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I don't really... I feel like it's lagging. I don't know. Honestly, not really sure. It really does feel like there's some degree of lag, but it's kind of hard to tell. I can tell you this much. We're not losing. I really want to see the bad Bloon to see, hey, are we, like, ridiculously overpowered? Or are we, like, not that strong and gonna lose soon? I don't know how powerful this is. A lot of people tell me they do this and just easily get to, like, round 70 or something. Which isn't surprising. It's a really strong build, so... I really don't know. I can't wait for the first fortified, or not the first fortified, just the first normal bad Bloon even, as that's going to be coming pretty soon. Okay, how do I do this? Back to Finn placing! The Finn placing, the ultimate goal of everything in Ascent of the Clones. How many of the tower can you fit in the least useful spots ever, just to maximize the number of towers you can place, even if it's not as good? Except in this case it is, because again, full map range missiles. PB, I don't care about you, PB, or not PB, BMO. Have I been calling BMO PB this entire time? I don't think so. I think that was just once or twice. I apologize for that though, because, yeah, no, you're clearly not a princess, you're just a robot, BMO. I apologize, BMO, for calling you such a disgraceful name as a prince. Oh, bad balloon, I guess. That lasted about 3 seconds. I was like, oh, all bothered about, like, oh, PB, BMO, blah, 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 and then, oh, there's a bad balloon. Oh, it's gone. Never mind. I think, if nothing else, this has basically told us at this point, yeah, maybe I shouldn't be that worried about losing. That's my marker, and the marker decided, hey, you win already. The sad thing is I could probably double realistically, about double the amount of fins I have right now. But the game, like, that's a lot. I want more bad balloons. I need bad balloon constant streaks. It comes pretty quickly, but it's not here yet. And I need it to be here because I kind of want to see what happens. I suppose I could also upgrade the fins. None of them are upgrades. So, you know what? This one in the center, it's going to get good old big-hearted hero, so we have a second life. And just in case you guys are curious, you can't get multiple. That would have been pretty overpowered. You can't. Ooh, 45 bad balloon. This is a better test. So the missiles are going in, they're doing good damage, and it's gone. Gone. Yeah, no, we're in a pretty good situation. I'd say we're doing fairly well. Not exactly an extreme challenge of any kind. This is insane. Honestly, this is like the absolute easiest build to do. Because obviously I have all these fancy stuff. All you really need is a missile. If you have a missile, that's all you really need. I'm doing all this crazy stuff with 4D Sword and Future Crystal and Baker Shot and Bubblegum and all those things. You don't need it. All you really need is the missile. This is an easy build to pull off. And as you can see, it works pretty darn well. Obviously, it won't work this well if you don't have any attack speed boost, but it's a powerful, powerful thing. Because the missiles are crazy. At least I think it's the missiles. I don't think the fins are doing much damage. I'm going to assume it's the missiles, even though I can't really see the missiles anymore. These fins damage numbers go up occasionally. These have never attacked, so it must be missiles doing damage. I just have never seen them actually do that. Like these two, it's all, if it's like around 3,000-ish, it's all missiles. Like none of them have actually done real damage. Yeah, because we see the Bloon get melted, and then look at all the damage counts. It's higher. Incredible. But no, so this really is insane. And the crazy thing about how this build works is it's designed so that the Bloon's the only threat. If it's not a bad balloon, it's just not a thing because they get one-shotted. So even if the Bloon dies, like, right here, the DDTs and CMGs will be one-shotted before they go inside. Like, 90% chance. Which is kind of absurd. Like, honestly, I can't really see how this build would really die. Like, obviously, I could see this losing on, like, around 70 bad balloon ramping. But if I filled this entire map, if I wasn't worried about lag or anything, this could totally be around 100 strategy, like, undoubtedly. I also actually recently got a thank you for this, by the way, very detailed glitch comment. I really appreciate that. That's pretty darn awesome. But no, I got a very detailed, like, glitch comment, explaining this whole glitch involving a DDT, Shoko, and, like, Sam, essentially. I had heard of this, actually, in the original, like BATTT Reddit, which I looked at a few times, like, back before I really started my channel. They mentioned this a lot, like, for money farming and stuff. You'd use a DDT and then something to do with Shoko and Polymorph that gets stuck in the invincible, unmoving Polymorph thing. And supposedly you can do that, in which no one can hit it except PB using her ability, because PB's an all-magical being that is able to unstuck things, apparently. And then, essentially, you have this perma-stall, and you can either, with Thought Cannon Wand on Sam, which is probably what you use for her, she will tag the DT an infinite number of times, and then as soon as the DT is popped, it will drop like 70 wish orbs, and like $600,000, which is just crazy. If you don't know what Thought Cannon Wand is, you're really not that good at this game. I'm being blatantly honest. It's by far the best weapon in the game for a lot of reasons. When you hit a Moplast Bloom, when it pops, it will drop either money, lives, wish orbs. It can drop other things, but that's pretty much all it drops. But no, so that's kind of crazy that that's a thing. But also, you can use that to infinitely stack Plasma Goggles Sam. Can't beat round 100? Just sit there and press the Plasma Goggles button for 7,000 years. No, that would probably take a while, but assuming my computer, or not my computer, my iPad, which may or may not be called a computer, depending on who you ask, assuming it doesn't, like, crash and destroy itself from the glitch, which supposedly I've been warned about, it could be really good. I feel like the reason the glitch wouldn't work so well, like, would have a hard time, would simply be because of the Thought Cannon Wand thing, so I probably just wouldn't do that. But still, a really cool idea. So that's probably going to be the next Bloons Adventure Time Tower Defense video, more than likely. I will try that out probably in the Martian games, because the Martian games is when it would be more useful. You don't need glitches like that in the normal game, because it's just not necessary. By the time you have Shoko and all that stuff, you can beat pretty much every map in the game. But yeah. Anyways, Bad Bloons, already, it's been like 5 rounds. They're making it significantly farther. Like a fair bit farther, and I'm starting to worry, yeah, we're not making it to round 100 in this strategy, which is the realization I make every single time. I'm like, oh, this is so powerful. We'll be able to keep doing this forever and ever and ever, and round 100, and woo, achievement. No. Never, ever the case, because eventually, you see after like 4 rounds that Ramping just demolishes us. The Bad Bloons get like 1,000 times the health, and what used to destroy them in a second now takes 1,000 seconds, which unfortunately, they also move 10 times as fast, and they're already through the exit before you could even finish your sentence. Bad Bloon Ramping, it's so insane. No, like already the Bad Bloons are making it like twice as far. I think what I probably want to do is I want to wait for one more fortified Bad Bloon, and that's probably going to be it for today, because again, I'm not going super late game. I've already seen at this point, if it's already by round 30, it's making it 2 or 3 times as far. I already know we have pretty much no hope. So I'm just going to wait for the fortified Bad Bloon, one more last one, to take a little test of how well we're doing. And at that point, I'm probably going to end the video there, because I think we made a decent length. We've clearly proven this is an insanely overpowered build and really easy to use, because I really haven't had to do much. There's no abilities even. But I think you get the point. This is crazy. Feel free to try yourself. All you really need is the super rare missile trinket. It's pretty darn insane. You can do this in normal games too. It's just not as good as in Send in the Clones for obvious reasons. But like this fin mill is really powerful for actual like impossible games as well. He's just obviously not going to be able to solo with just one of him. Anyways, fortified Bad Bloon, hurry up already. I'm waiting for you. I didn't think it was that rare. Normally the fortified Bad Bloons come fairly often, but this time doesn't look like we're having that kind of luck. At least not easily having that kind of luck. What I really want right now is just to have 2 Bad Bloons coming from either side of the like fire track, but I believe it alternates balloons, which kind of sucks. Ooh, fortified Bad Bloon. The progress we'll get to see. Yeah, no, that's bad. You know, we're dead. Like, already, that fortified Bad Bloon. Look how close it's making. Like, our missiles are attacking. They're doing damage. It made it to here. Yeah, no, that's an obvious sign. We're dead at, like, round 40 at this rate. We have just, like, stand no chance against Ramping. That's crazy. Anyways, I'll stand by my words. Thank you all for watching. Consider giving the video a like if you enjoyed, subscribing, commenting, I don't know, doing whatever you want. I appreciate you guys being here and still watching to the end. So yeah, just thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye!